want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave him holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK to anybody, kill him. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split him. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat him up, eat him up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
I don't even know, man. Peace and bless to everybody. Peace and bless to everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is good today. Peace and blessings. Happy Shabbat to everybody in the building. Let me see. Shalom to my brother Rod Walker in the building. Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. My man Track in 327. Peace and blessings to you, brother. Shout out to my nigga Big Block with the 454. How you doing, brother? Big Bob Guns in the building. Salute, King. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Joseph Bermia, my guy. Peace and blessings. Hope everything's well with you. Oh, man, the beautiful JoJo Diaz. Miss Jo It is in the building. How you doing, Queen? Hope everything's well with you. Creole the motherfucking traveler. How you doing, King? Peace and blessings to you. My brother Lee Jackson in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Hope everything's well with you. Hope everything is well with you. My nigga Juice Lee in the building. End of the Dragon. He's here. Salute, salute. I got a question for y'all, right? So, looking at boxing landscape, Bud Crawford might fight 2 more fights before he retires, right? The first one they try to negotiate is him versus Adamas. And the winner of that goes against the winner of Laura and Janabek. Now, if Bud fights Carlos Adamas, right? And he beats him convincingly, then he beats the winner of Laura and Janabek. We just got to admit what the fuck we see. PGB Big Dog, salute. If he does that, then, all right, so we already got Bud ranked as the greatest accolade boxer. He's the greatest accolade boxer. Now, he might not got the names on his resume. He only probably got 2 names on his whole resume. That's Earl and Canelo. But if he takes out Adamas and he takes out either Janabek or Laura, then do we have a whole different conversation about Bud? And shout out to PGB Big Dog in the building. Salute, salute. Then do we have to be like, hell, maybe Bud went against good people. They just wasn't on his level and he was clearly separating from it. That's what I was thinking, Miss Joette, because a lot of people didn't understand all things my guy. Peace and bless, big AMC FSG in the building. A lot of people don't realize it, but Roy Jones really wasn't getting credit in the beginning because of the way he was beating up his opponents. Then when he got in there with James Lights Out Tony, even though he didn't knock him out, he clearly outclassed the man. The shit wasn't even close. Shit, Roy Jones ain't had a close fight until after he came down from heavyweight. So for that, the one fight that he actually had was close with Montel Griffin. Well, see, PGB Big Dog, I know his resume ain't the great. Yeah, I got him in top 10, Juice Lee. My top 4 is Floyd Mayweather. It's Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard. And, I put either, technically skill-wise and everything. You can put Sweet Pea there if you want to, or you can put Duran or Thomas Hearns, skill-wise, but the first 3 is non-negotiable. And like I said, a lot of people be wanting to put Sugar Ray Robinson in there. And I was like, well, you might want to go back and look at some of Sugar Ray Robinson's fights. Yeah, he was the best in his era, but skill wise, he's not a GOAT. He's not. Shit. Just being honest about it. I mean, he was good, but he also ducked all the competition. The Murderer's Row, he wouldn't fight no person from there, and they called him out. There was Mandos and everything. He never fought one of them, but he fought a lot of niggas out of the bars and stuff. So I give him credit, but I wouldn't put him in my all times. I just can't. Just can't. Just don't. But as of now, boxing is at the crossroads, right? You got the old guard is going out and the new guard is coming in, but it's kind of like society is today. The stuff we had to go through growing up ain't the same as what the kids nowadays got to go through growing up. When I was growing up, we didn't have internet for one, and the LGBTQ wasn't so prominent. And the rise of people that's infected with STDs is astronomical right now. It's like people don't even care that they're sick. People actually do not care. I seen a thing on Houston, and people actually don't care about other people being sick. They don't care. And the shit that we going through, like I said, our kids ain't used to this. So the stuff that the new generation of boxing is going through isn't the same as what the old school had to go through. Picasso, salute my brother. Yeah, Houston, boy. I was just saying that to 2 Cent the other day. I said, boy, they say Houston, they even got a strain of damn gonorrhea that's untreated. People got damn bumps all over the place. I said, wow. And shout out to my brother EB Sweat a lot in the Cash App with the $2 holler. Appreciate you, my brother, for supporting on this Shabbat. And I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like buttons. And it is Friday, it's the Shabbat. Y'all want to support, y'all can give y'all support for the day. I appreciate all y'all. Yeah, it's nasty. And see, look, the shit that's coming in now with Turkey LIC. Turkey is like a big ball of STDs into the boxing game. It's a big ball. Turkey and Dana White is just like a big ball of STDs for the boxing community. First thing they do, they tricking niggas with good time, with big money and everything, and People are signing contracts, ain't paying attention to the fine print. Like, yeah, you getting all this money up front, but all that upfront money ain't gonna stay up front. Eventually, see, people ain't giving you money out the greatness of their heart. This is what these boxers like Shakur and Devin and them ain't understanding. Turkey Al-Ashidi do not like you. He's not giving you money because he likes you. He's tricking on y'all. Like a nigga tricking on a female. He's not just giving her money because he wants something out of the deal. And what y'all doing, y'all are basically selling your likeness, your brand, and your soul to Turkey Al-Ashidi. He really don't like you. But you're making it easy for him. You make it. And Ramon Seafood, salute, King, peace and blessings, all blessings to you, my brother. And see, eventually, first off, you're getting your taste up. You're getting yourself into financial. See, one thing about the PBC that people don't want to admit, but not only do the PBC get their fighters paid, they also show their fighters how to stay paid. They show the fighters how to let that money work for them. They show their fighters how to succeed. Like other companies like Eddie Hearns, Top Rank, Turkey Al-Ashidi, he gives them money, but he also builds shit and makes them have to spend and increases their like increases their expenses. Like the expenses, like your expenses are becoming astronomical with these companies. And PBC, they look to minimize it. They minimize your expenses while maximizing your income so you have a bigger margin of profit. That's why people be like, man, PBC fighters ain't fighting, because PBC fighters make a lot of money in fights, invested. Like, do y'all really think if a fighter did not have to, if all these fighters were really rich as rich, do you think that they would want to go through these tough ass weeks of training camp, get in the ring where you can almost lose your life, like to get battered on for other people's enjoyment? Do y'all really think that that's a goal that people really want? And shout out to my brother Zulu Lion in the building, Shalom King. Happy Shabbat today, brother. Happy Shabbat. Do y'all really think that? Like, honestly, think about it. Nobody wants to go out there and risk their life day in and day out. Exactly, big dog. They minimize the overhead and help you maximize your profits. Like Al Heyman got it to where people can wear them promotions on their trunks and get paid for that. Well, Top Rank and Eddie Hearn and them, the promotions on the trunks, they're getting paid for it. Ruben Langford, peace and blessings to you, King. Hope all is well with you. Like I said, that's why they sued Al Heyman, because he was showing people money that they weren't supposed to know. Exactly, Picasso. Ain't no fun getting punched in the face. That shit can alter your looks permanently. Like, especially if it's a vain individual, like you get them scars, you might break bones, break ribs. Like, bro, combat sport is not what it is. These fighters coming out the retirement, a lot of them was on Top Rank and shit like that. They're coming out of retirement because Top Rank didn't put them in a situation in which they could win. They put them in a situation in which they will be in more debt. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker was in debt when he died. That man should not have to work a day in his life after boxing for the fights that he put on. That's because you nasty, Miss Joette. Miss Joette, you just nasty. No, Ruben Langford, the lawsuit was it, like they threw the lawsuit out. They tried to though. They tried to. But yeah, like all these old fighters coming back, they weren't put in the right position. Look, you got Andre Ward. Not only did he retire from Top Rank, he was an announcer for Top Rank and ESPN, and now this nigga's still thinking about coming back out of retirement. That means that they're not feeding their people. See, them other companies, they run like a corporation. So that means they always have an overhead. They always have to spend. PBC is like private contractors. You only get paid when it's a fight. If it ain't no fight, you need to hold on to your money. And see, that's why Al Heyman gave these fighters businesses. So in the off time, when they're not fighting, they can build money. It's like Black Wall Street. He's teaching them Black Wall Street. He's teaching them financial etiquette. And you know what's truly despicable and truly fucked up about this whole situation? Al Heyman is doing more. Salute to the beautiful Miss Deezy. Mi amor. Hola, Deezy. But yeah, check this out, right? It's truly despicable that Al Heyman is making a weight. Ask Mikey Garcia. He loves Al Heyman. Ask Leo Santa Cruz. He loves him. Canelo will tell you he loves him. These people are making Al Heyman is turning people into Rockefellers of their family. Like each family started off kind of fucked up, but you get one person in your family that becomes the tier. Like the person that can start and turn the whole family around. Just because this person right here was born, our family will forever be prosperous. That's the type of shit Al Heyman's out here doing. He's making it where his family members ain't got to work a 9 to 5, where they have something that they could be proud of. Shout out to my brother Ray B in the building. But the audacity, and this is what's so fucked up about it. This man is doing all this for his fighters. But guess what? The media, these shoe shuffling ass content creators, everybody is turning their hatred and their back to Al Heyman. They're slandering Al Heyman because he doesn't even acknowledge these folks. These peons, he don't even care. But these people slander Al Heyman. They use all his tactics, and then they try to push it around. They circumvent. Terrence Crawford's out here crying about Al Heyman when Al Heyman gave him his biggest fucking payday, not Turkey. Turkey gave Canelo a big ass payday. Terrence Crawford was part of that. Check this out. When Ryan Garcia fought Tank Davis, check this out. Ryan Garcia was not the A side. Ryan Garcia was on the other side of the street. But did Ryan Garcia not get his biggest fucking payday? Shout out to Unhinged in the building. Shout out to the beautiful Queen Arena. But check this out. Ryan Garcia was under Oscar De La Hoya, a man that sat there and disrespected Al Heyman and slandered him and everything. He tried to sue him. Ryan Garcia got more money off the Al Heyman fight with Tank Davis than he's made in his entire career on Golden Boy. Combined. That's what happens when you fight on a PBC. The PBC has never been out to shit nobody. Never been out to shit nobody. All this bullshit that Terrence Crawford has said about the PBC, Al Heyman and Earl Spence, like just taking it through the mud, talking about Earl and Al was fucking. Did Terrence Crawford not get over $30 million versus Earl? Did Terrence Crawford not get over $30 million when he fought Earl Spence? Now, Canelo Alvarez just got, they said, upwards to 150 million. Terrence Crawford only got 10 million. Now, Terrence Crawford, you don't compare to Canelo Alvarez in sales. We know this. But we also know you didn't compare to Earl Spence in sales. You never compared to Earl Spence in sales, Terrence Crawford. No, you don't. You was nowhere near it. But they still gave you that type of money. They gave you that type of money. They gave Ryan Garcia that type of money. And he wasn't even on shit like that. He was never on a pay-per-view. But you go over there, you shoe shuffle, and you kiss Turkey and Dana White's ass, and you got a 15th of what Canelo got. He got 150. You got 10. 150. So basically what you saying is what Al Heyman and Earl Spence did was just gave your black ass $10 million. Because that's supposed to be the fight of the century. They had a $47 million gate. A $47 million gate. PGB Big Dog. Spence pushed the issue, but Spence couldn't force them people to pay. If Al Heyman and them didn't really want to, Spence couldn't have forced that shit because they had to put the money up. Al Heyman and them was just like, fuck it. If you want to take a loss on your profit, we'll do it. That's what he did. But you don't see Canelo having to do that. It's like I say, the white man's ice is cold. And shout out to my brother James Dunnigan in the building. Salute. But see, then they still badmouth and they still trash. Check this out. I'm going to give you one better. Manny Pacquiao did 6 pay-per-views with Top Rank that did a million sales. And this is besides the Floyd Mayweather fight. Manny did 1.3 versus Sugar Shane Mosley. Do y'all know Manny Pacquiao's second most lucrative fight in his career? It ain't the 6 that he did a million buys plus with Top Rank. His second most lucrative fight was the fight he had against Keith Thurman where they did 588,000 pay-per-view buys. So you mean to tell me Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman did 588,000 buys and he got paid more on 588 than he did off 1.3 million? That was half. He did half the numbers but got paid at least 8 million more. But they want to go, but they want to go at PBC. They want to go at Al Heyman. You got these motherfucking sheep out here that keep talking about PBC this and PBC that. Okay, well, while you disrespecting the PBC, make sure you also say the PBC gives fighters their biggest paydays in its own record. Whether you from the PBC or from another company, you get your biggest paydays when you fuck with the PBC. That's one. Number 2, the PBC put on the best fights. Number 3, the PBC's pay-per-view, we ain't got no lags. It ain't joking. PBC got the best production value. If you ever go to a PBC fight in person, you can feel the electricity in the air. You go to a Top Rank fight, that shit is like golf. The PGA golf, the shit like shh, make you want to be quiet and everything. Make you want to do all that bullshit. But it's our own people. You got motherfucking house niggas like Bill Haney, who went and married a former hooker, a former persuasion hooker. And then you got people like Eddie Hearns, who's a snake. Then you got Bob Arum, who's 173 years old. And then you got a motherfucker, you got a Habib who's coming through here who is emotional over FIFA World Cup PlayStation games. You got a nigga who sit there and play PlayStation and get mad online about it. That is some feminine soy latte, soy boy, maraschino cherry type shit. I'm telling you. And this feminine ass, emotional ass guy is who y'all want to be the messiah of boxing. Boxing is in a terrible state. At this point, I'd rather have Jake Paul promote over Turkey Al-Ashidi. This nigga got your favorite fighter interlocking his fingers in between each other. Like, come on, bro. Shout out to DZ. You say, so who's the next star in my opinion? Honestly, DZ, looking at the landscape, the young up-and-coming stars, I like Camille Moten. Camille Moten, he's already got a little backing. Camille Moten, Abdullah Mason, Bam Rodriguez, David Benavidez, even though you hate to hear it, DZ. David Benavidez is one of the next stars. If he starts the fight, Boots. And the winner of the Brian Norman and Devin Haney fight could actually make a push to become a star because Ryan Garcia got the win. So they can actually catapult each other off each other's back. This reminds me of the time when it was just Keith Thurman. Remember when Keith Thurman had to carry the shoulder of boxing for a while? And that was an exciting time because when Keith Thurman was shouldering it, that's when we was able to get an Earl Spence up out of there. We was able to get a Terrence Bud Crawford. We was able to motherfuckers start mixing it up. And there's a lot of young crop of young boxers out there. We got the Scooter Davises. We got the motherfucking Inoways. We got the Espinosas. We got fighters on the men's, bro. Like Shaqy Foster versus Cool Boy Step. Motherfuckers might not say, but that's a hell of a fucking fight, dog. That's a hell of a fight. And I want to see what Abdullah Mason looks like with a full training camp. This would be the first time Abdullah Mason has had a full training camp as a professional boxer. All of them wins that he got were off 1/3 of a training camp. So now he's about to get a full training camp, and we about to see what type of work he does with Sam Noakes. PGB Big Dog. At first I was rocking with him, but no. He's done left the list, PGB Big Dog. Moses Atimwa ducked Frank Sanchez. He pulled out the fight with Frank Sanchez. Malik Taylor, salute. He had a chance to fight Frank Sanchez for the IBF Eliminator, to fight for the IBF, and Moses just sat there and kicked out. What you talking about, Miss Joette? You see him? Yeah, he's ducking already. He has a chance to fight Frank Sanchez. Like, this is the shit or get off the pot type shit now. Now, I know Frank Sanchez is a tall glass of water. Actually, he's not, PGB Big Dog. They just took him out the position this week. If he would have fought Frank Sanchez, he would have got the Usyk fight next. But since he just turned down the Frank Sanchez fight, they done dropped him in the ranks now. Now Richard Torres has stepped up. I would have loved to see Moses. Frank Sanchez ain't no 50 years old, PGB Big Dog. And Frank, well, you know them Cubans, you don't know how old they are. But Frank Sanchez is a monster. The only person that ever beat him was Ajit Caballero, and I got him beating everybody up there heavyweight. Usyk, he faked like he injured, so he ain't got to fight Ajit Caballero. That should tell you that boy a monster. But I think Richard Torres is taking Moses Itima's spot to fight Frank Sanchez, which is a bold move. I want to see Richard Torres versus Moses Itoma. That would have been a good fight, but oh well. It is what it is. Yeah, PG, you don't know how old them Cubans is. Everybody keep telling me that Andy Cruz ain't nothing, but he close to 30. I'm like, man, that nigga 42 years old, dog. What do you mean, DC? You talking about, that's what I'm telling you, DC. Earl Spence just didn't get his fan base overnight. That's what I'm telling you. People like Abdullah Mason, Boots, because see, with the stars like Tank and them gone, then it's going to open up the door for more eyes to look at the new up-and-coming boxers. And I'm telling you, like, people like Abdullah Mason, Camille Moten, David Benavidez and them, they're going to catch the eye of the fans, and the fans are going to gravitate. And the Mexicans, they're gonna need somebody else to get behind. So it's either gonna be Bam Rodriguez or David Benavidez, both of which you don't like. But I guarantee you, in about 2 years, DZ, you gonna have your red bandana tied in your hair in a bun, and we gonna be calling you DZ El Roja Bendejos. You feel me? Bandera. You feel me? Emmanuel Carter in the building, Big Coats Nation in the building. You know, Coats. You know, the equestrians. You feel me? Salute. Yeah, Abdullah got a good. See, Abdullah, as he get older, he about. I think as soon as Abdullah wins this belt, he might as well go on up to 140 because he having prob. So DZ, so who you gonna ride with once Canelo gone? You not gonna have no favorite Mexican boxer, DZ? Don't say Vargas because Vargas got Abdullah Mason problems. They on a collision course. Mike Rhyme in the building, salute. I'm just saying. But honestly, Boxing Wiz, I don't think, and I'm just being honestly, I don't think Abdullah Mason's ready for Richardson Hitchison yet. Like, Abdullah need to take out Sam Noakes. Then he got to take out a few other boxing. I would rather him fight Shakur before Richardson Hitchison though. But I don't think Shakur Richardson he needs at least a good 5 fights against top 10 opponents. Like Richardson Hitchison and Shakur Stevenson. I may talk a lot of shit, but they ain't nobody you just hop off the porch and just go dance with. That dance right there might not end well. I'm telling you. That dance can be very treacherous. You know, that they're good defensive fighters and stuff. Salute to my brother Marquis, big AMC FSG in the building. Salute, salute. But what I'm saying is, I appreciate you, Ruben. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Like, we are systematic, well, not us, because we're smart over here. But in the boxing community, there is so much false information being planted and so many seeds being planted. And then you just got people that just can't think past go. Like most of these boxing fans in these chat rooms cannot think. They can't fucking think. You could tell them it's raining outside and it's sunny as shit. They will argue you that the rain is fucking invisible. My brother Richie L in the building, salute. Shout out to my brother Marquis in the Cash App with the $2 holler. Appreciate you, brother, for supporting on this Shabbat. Salute, salute. And if y'all don't mind, let me get a couple other people to support the grind for the day. It's Shabbat, baby. It's Friday. It's that Shabbat. Support the grind in the Cash App and hit the like button. Y'all support the grind and hit the like button for me. It's Friday. Let's do it. But this is the thing I'm about to tell you about, though, right? They steady doing this. And then you got people like Blue Blood. And I just hate to say it, but he's a sellout. Bill Haney even came out and told people if it ain't benefiting him, his son, and his family, he don't give a fuck about nobody. That's what Bill Haney said. And you got to realize it's a dog-eat-dog world with some people because they don't have morals and values. And people that are not used to nothing, they won't know how to act when they get something. You feel me? They won't know how to act when they finally get something. And like Bill Haney, he was using his son as a hustle. Shout out my brother Richie L in the Cash App for the $3 holler. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, I had to change the device real quick. Sorry about that, y'all. You said we all know that. Yeah, Ruben Mason talent is here, but you just can't throw him around too fast versus the elite. That's why I say, you see Earl stepped his shit up like back to back. Like, shout out to my brother Malik in the cash app with the $5. He say for the light, for the lights. Keeping the lights on today, man. Appreciate y'all, family. Keeping the lights on, you know. But y'all remember Earl had to step it up with Kell Brook. Then he went up to Lamont Peterson. Then Mikey, you know, he was increasing each fight. And that's the proper way because iron sharpens iron. And that's why I be telling people, like, you can't become a great chess master playing rookies all the time. Like, you got to have somebody to push you through. Like Earl Spence was getting pushed by Kell Brook. And he came out in the 6th round and he broke through his limit. He broke through the barrier. He became motherfucking the big fish in there. And then he ate. And when he started to eating, it wasn't no more plate. So he broke the plate. He broke the nigga plate. Had it, then made a whole logo of this nigga that people don't even realize the man down logo is Kell Brook on one knee holding his eye. That's man down. He iconicized that shit. And see, with Abdullah Mason going out to fight Sam Noakes right now, if he gets a iconic stoppage on an undefeated fighter, he need to iconize that shit. Like, make it an icon. Make it like your symbol. See, Earl made a symbol and pushed it forward. Adrian Broner was the can man. Floyd was pretty boy than money. Oscar De La Hoya was the fucking golden boy. Like Tank, you know, motherfucking the gorilla, ape, Tank. You know, he put shit down. Like, each one of these Terrence Crawford, he didn't give us nothing. He gave us good fights, but he didn't push his alter ego out there. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, Earl was the big fish. You got Keith Thurman. That was one time. Mr. One-Time Thurman. Showtime Sean Porter. Terrence is Bud. You know, like a damn Budweiser beer or something. Like Bud, Wise, Like, come on, bro. Like, plus he just wasn't doing it and he wasn't engaging the fans. Like, just think if Terrence Crawford would have been more media friendly, if he would took that Manny Pacquiao fight, we could be having a different conversation and Terrence Crawford could be the motherfucking breadwinner. Because if he'd have fought Manny Pacquiao, got the belt. And you know what? I guess that's why me and Terrence get it. We go at each other, Miss Joette. We both assholes. But see, Bud a part-time thug. I seen the fear in his voice when he got pulled over by the police. See, Bud don't be out there thugging. He be putting on a facade. I mean, you know, if you from the hood, then you used to getting shook down by the police. He had like there was a completely new sensation for him or something. I was like, yo, Bud, thought you from the motherfucking hood. But I see a lot of people saying Keith Thurman is going to put the beats down on Fundora, right? I don't see it. Fundora has been systematically getting better and better and better each fight. Fundora has gotten better and better each fight. Do y'all understand? Boxing Wiz. Thurman may be a dog, but he's going to be a stray this fight right here. He's going to be a stray dog. He ain't no purebred, thoroughbred. Boxing Wiz. It ain't the odds that got Thurman messed up. Thurman is coming up to 154. Yeah, he looked good against that Australian at 154, but Fundora is a creative player, bro. And not only has he got the LASIK surgery for his eyes to look good. You see his last fight. Not only, see, Fundora, you had a chance when Fundora was just fighting on the inside because he's a great inside fighter. But now Fundora done got the gift of fighting on the outside as well. This man is boxing people from one turnbuckle all the way into his chest. The man is hitting people like Dalzine from a distance. And when they get close, they get in that Sagat. The man is a two players in one. So not only are you coming through that minefield from a man that's 6'6", who rehydrates to 200 pounds. So he's got the height, the weight, and the power behind it. Now you got to fight all the way coming in. And then when you finally get inside, then you realize this nigga had a cake baked for your motherfucking ass because he could fight on the fucking inside too. So now you done fought your way all the way to the inside. Now you get on the inside. Now you done expended too much energy trying to get to the inside. So now you getting bombarded on the fucking inside. Now you're trying to get back to the outside. And while you're trying to get back to the outside, you still catching fucking heat. Nigga, that's a hard task for anybody. That's no man's land. You're going to be catching heat all over the fucking boxing the ring. He's not that same person that Mendoza caught with the uppercut and finished. No, he's not the same. And that's what people don't understand. Yes, a fighter may lose, but they're not the same person. They're not the same person. Just like Devin Haney used to get caught in all his fights. Linares used to catch him. Jojo Diaz even caught him. You know, Ryan Garcia caught. But ever since Ryan Garcia caught Devin Haney, right? Ever since Ryan caught Devin Haney don't get careless with his goddamn hand no more either. Devin Haney learned a valuable lesson. Yeah, boxer, with that Mendoza uppercut ain't about to land for Thurman. But that's one thing, though. That shit get crazy now. I'm telling you. But that's what people don't realize. Like, each time a fighter lose, like, matter of fact, I forgot the boxer's name. Suleiman Sagawa, right? Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second. Can y'all hear me? Press 1. Can y'all hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me. Testing. Okay, appreciate it, Miss Joette. See, sometimes when a call comes through, it'll mess it up and knock me off. That's why I was just checking. Okay. All right. So, really, it's crazy. But boxing is about to take a hit. Content creators, they need a Tank Davis to keep the name going. They need, I hate to say it, a Jake Paul. Do you not know that Jake Paul is generating more attention to boxing than people's favorite boxing stars? Jake Paul. He's generating more than that. But people sitting there talking about what he and see, they're quick to talk about Jake Paul and taking them, right? But let me ask you a question. Why ain't nobody talking about Dana White and Turkey Al-Shidi trying to revise the Ali Act, getting rid of belts, making it all insular? So Turkey makes the best fights, right? He makes the best fights. He makes the fights everybody want to see, but then he's trying to make a whole organization where they don't recognize outside belts, and there's not going to be no type of cross-cultural or cross-company fights. So if they're not making no crossover fights, how is he really benefiting boxing? If he's trying to separate, it's like the AFL and the NFL. Remember, they had to come together because you had two different leagues. They became the NFL. And they became the AFC and the NFC, but you had the American Football League and you had the National Football League. It was two different football leagues. So see, people are not thinking about that and the situation behind that. And like when they separated, then who's gonna explain to the masses why we can't get this fight and that fight? But then people are mad because Tank Davis don't want to go over there. Now I'm gonna tell you how I know Turkey and them are controlling the media, right? Remember when Turkey was trying to entice Tank Davis to come fight over there on Riyadh, right? Remember how they be doing that dumb shit sometimes. But what I was saying is, right, it's funny that Turkey doing all this right here. But when he was cool with Gervonta and he was trying to get him over there, when they had Gervonta ranked #1 in the Ring magazine, right? Remember they even put Gervonta #1 in the Ring magazine? Notice people wasn't talking shit about Gervonta. You didn't hear reporters. You didn't see these shows. None of them was talking shit about Gervonta at all. G-Tactic TV, salute, my brother. We had radio silence on disrespect for Gervonta Tank Davis. Like when Turkey Al-Shidi and them was trying to curry favor, you didn't have no disrespect. Nothing at all. Does anybody not find that funny? And then, now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Did anybody not find that funny? Then, the only thing I got for Tank Davis is some gloves. When he was talking about the cars and everything, but you are actually been Brokeback Mountains for Canelo. Yes, Brokeback Mountains. He will bend the Brokeback Mountains for Canelo Alvarez. And like I said, everybody was giving Al Heyman and the PBC pure hell. Like they was going at Al Heyman and PBC about giving Bud 50-50 versus Earl. Everybody was like, this is what Bud deserves. Oh, the PBC, they don't want to pay Bud his money. This and this, right? But did anybody holler about Canelo getting upwards to 150 million and Bud only getting 10 million? Isn't Bud Crawford more accomplished than than Canelo Alvarez? Doesn't Bud have more accomplishments than Canelo Alvarez? So y'all couldn't even argue for Bud to get 70-30? He got less than half of what he made versus Spence, right? And that's what I'm talking about. PBC gave Bud his biggest payday, but he wants to go over here and shit on the PBC. Canelo made 150 M's, he made 10. Now, if there would have been a PBC and Earl Spence, then it could. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Augustine salute. Now, PBC, Bud would at least got 50 mil. He would at least got 50 M's. At least. Shout out to getting the script. Yeah, that's all it got. It was 150-10 split. But ain't nobody, I don't hear nobody up in arms about Bud Crawford. Matter of fact, you got Bud Crawford blaming the PBC for the reason why he got 150-10 split. He's about the PBC devalued me. They brought my value down. So the PBC brought your value down. So the PBC brought your value down, giving you your most lucrative fight in your career. More money than you've made in your entire career combined, the PBC gave you in that one fight. Right? Now, if you want to talk about somebody that was bringing your value down, I do remember Bob Arum saying that with the money he lost off you, he could buy a house in Beverly Hills. He got like 7.5%, right? Something like that. Like this nigga right here, Bob Arum said that you don't sell. But notice he ain't said shit about Bob Arum. It's the PBC. Bob Arum went on a whole don't buy Bud because Bud lose money campaign. But the white man ice is colder. Getting lost in the script. What you mean Crawford shouldn't entertain nothing less than 25 million? If he's not fighting Earl Spence or Canelo Alvarez, it's not even really a pay-per-view fight. You making it seem like Crawford has fans. Crawford has 5 other pay-per-views without Spence and Canelo. All of them was failure. That's just like saying after Shakur Stevenson fights Tank Davis, he shouldn't be looking for nothing less than 10 million. It's not gonna fucking happen. Even if Shakur was to beat Tank Davis, motherfuckers still wouldn't want to watch him. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. But y'all gonna say that's PBC fault too, right? Like I told you. Hey, Sonny, your section of Zoes love everybody, bro. You was trying to invite foreigners into the Zoe pound, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, Bud's talking about going to fight Carlos Adames and then trying to unify with either Laura or Janabek, right? Bud versus Adames on paper, that's a good fight. It won't even do 200,000 buys. It won't. It won't do 200,000 buys. I'm sorry. My nigga Brian the King Falcone in the building. Salute, King. Peace and blessings. I'm just sorry. Some people just can't make money. That's how they all do, right? Rod Walker, everybody wants to blame Al. But the fucked up shit about it, nobody is talking about how the zone had to get $1 billion bailout twice. How Top Rank, everybody talking about PBC lose that Amazon Prime deal. Nobody ain't talking about Top Rank losing that ESPN deal. Or how Turkey lost his network deal. Getting lost in the script. I really don't think Adamas and Crawford do more than 200,000, bro. Adamas really ain't got fans like that. No nobody pay to see Crawford. Crawford couldn't get 100,000 with Eminem and fucking Esau Cruz on his undercard. I'm just saying. I'm just being real about it. It's probably one more big payday for Bud. Bud gonna have to fight David Benavidez. David Benavidez has a name. Anybody else from Bud, or maybe the Charlo. Bud versus Charlo might do something. I don't know. Exactly. Carlos Adames is like that homeless. Like Adames is like the homeless. You know, you motherfuckers be making homeless people disappear and nobody has a problem about it. They was trying to make Adames' record disappear. And it wasn't no outcry for it. That's what they do. But that's what Turkey does. But you know, he fix fights, do all this shit right here, but nobody talks bad about his excellency. Nobody. But they're running around from panel to panel, praising this guy, praising that guy. Like I say, that's why I say they're a bunch of lost sheep. They lost. Like when they talking about what's that program they said the CIA do, that Mockingbird shit? Like, matter of fact, getting lost in the script, Terrence Crawford need to pander to Jake Paul. MK Ultra, that's what it is, Rod Walker. These fans are under MK Ultra. I knew Rod knew what I was talking about. These fans are really under MK Ultra. They let anybody tell them what the hell's. I'm telling you, like, they don't think for themselves. It's like, are y'all gonna believe me or your lying ass eyes? I know what your eyes showed you, but your eyes are lying to you. Who you gonna believe? That shit crazy. And then when you break down their logic, guess what they do? They start getting mad and feminine and start snatching and snapping on people. That feminine energy start to build up and they try to snap on you. Then you all types of bees and hoes and knob. Then they start talking about cheeks getting clapped and all this shit right here. This is what they do. This is called a coping mechanism. They trying to cope. They can't do nothing else about it. But it is what it is. They've been doing it for this long, and people act like they ain't got no damn common sense with it, so they're going to keep on doing it. And people are going to keep on allowing them to do it. Then you got people that don't stay on code. You got like I look at people like Blue Blood and them, like bro, they like industry plants and shit, dog. Like this nigga's drinking so much Ozempic, he looked like a 1990s HIV patient. I'm just being honest. Like he doesn't look good at all, like sickly. Like his skin color is polar, it's all fucked up. Maybe we just think he taking Ozempic and he on that slim slow for real. Who knows? Then and see, look at the people that they got pushing their propaganda. You got a nigga from Jersey who act like he from New York that lies and say everything's subjected to change. Then you got a sexual deviant, a sexual predator. Then you got a motherfucker that's, like, look at the type of people. It's like when you see the motherfuckers on the damn LGBT side with the septum ring and shit. Like you can always tell these type of folks. The type of people that are joining an online boxing community and pay dues. This is when you can tell motherfuckers are sheep. When a motherfucker online on YouTube starts a fucking club and makes you pay fucking dues to be in a fucking club. They call themselves the LDBC and then they subjected these people to pay dues. You got a fat ass nigga making sandwiches who appointed himself the fucking leader and got y'all motherfuckers paying his goddamn rent every fucking month. Now, if that ain't some simp ass shit, if that ain't no sheep ass shit, like this is the nigga from Subway. This nigga is a sandwich connoisseur. Hop up here, 2 Cent, and I'll tell you who. The link pen. And shout out to the beautiful 2 Cent. Getting lost in the script, go to him every month. It's called your union dues. They have to pay dues. Twin.
What up? What's up, y'all? What's up, chat?
How have you been? How have you been?
I'm good. Glad it's Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Why am I echoing?
I don't hear you echoing.
Do y'all hear me echoing, chat? It might be me then.
Oh,
Great.
but I was just talking about how the boxing fan base are a bunch of sheep. There's so much sheep that they will allow a motherfucker that makes sandwiches to make them pay dues.
What?
You might want to step out and come back in. I think they said you echo. And speaking of echo, y'all echo and support the grind for the day. Can I get a couple people support the grind for the day? It's Shabbat, that Good Friday. Let me get a couple people support on that Friday. What the hell is 2 Cent? There she go.
Mic check, mic check. Still got the echo.
Matter of fact, let me step out. It might be me.
Mute. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I think Upper had his thing turned up too loud. I ain't echoing no more. But I wanted to respond to what you said about calling people sheep. You know what I heard? What I think is wild, right?
So it was me, right?
Yeah, your thing was too loud.
Right.
It's not echoing no more.
Okay.
I had to cuss out so many people yesterday.
No, but this is what I was saying, right? About the sheep comment. Like, You got motherfuckers. It was like almost 1,000 people on the LDBC, and all the motherfuckers were paying dues to 78 Sports. I
They was
say
paying
this
dues.
fat.
I didn't know
Yeah,
you had to
you
pay
have to pay
dues.
dues to be part of the LDBC.
Oh wow. Oh, it was a real club. Okay.
A real fake ass club online. Yeah,
I don't know nothing about it, so I can't comment.
but that's what I'm saying. But that's how I say they stupid enough to pay another nigga rent every month for dues. Like they don't care. These motherfuckers will do anything that somebody in power tells them.
Absolutely, because it's funny how you can keep all you got to do is say stuff and keep repeating it, and you don't even have to physically do it with action, and they'll watch you not do what you say or do the opposite of what you say, and just keep repeating what you say and not even focus on the action. Like I think that shit is so wild to me. It's crazy to watch. It's crazy to watch Turkey about to do the opposite of what he been telling y'all this whole time, and nobody got a problem with it. He about to create a whole gated community. It ain't gonna even be the street where ain't nobody finna have access or be able to get into it or be a part of it. And that's exactly what he told y'all he was coming in boxing to prevent. But I digress. Hey y'all.
Give me 1 second, 2 cents.
Can somebody tell me how Pitbull Cruz, Lamont Roach fighting Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach getting all this praise and he don't duck no smoke? But if Javante would have rematched Pitbull Cruz, people would have been crying about the fight. Can somebody explain that logic to me? I really don't understand that. What? You there? Anyway, what fight coming up? Oh, we got the Lemos Boots fight coming up. I wonder how y'all feel about that fight. I'm ready to see Boots fight and be entertained. Turn that down. Turn it down, yeah.
All right, had to damn get this thing fixed. Now do I sound better now?
Yeah, you sound better. But you know,
All right.
it's a lot of groupthink going on, Upper. It's a lot of groupthink going on.
2 cents. That's what I just said a little while ago. Because guess what, 2 cents? When Turkey, remember when Turkey was trying to be nice to Tank, made him #1 in the Ring magazine and stuff.
Yeah.
You remember they wasn't talking shit about Tank, was they?
I don't even remember. I don't. What you mean? Yeah, they still was talking shit.
No, at one point you didn't hear people like Dick Grazer and all the reporters and shit. They wasn't saying nothing bad about Tank.
Oh.
The Ring
Yeah, I don't
magazine
know.
was huh?
They must have thought that they was gonna do something.
Yeah, but then when Tank didn't go over there, then it started up again. But see, this is what I said. But this is what I said, right? They always blaming Al Heyman and the PBC, but if you look at it, Al Heyman gave all these people their biggest payday. Terrence Crawford got his biggest payday versus Spence on PBC, not with Canelo. He got 10 million while Canelo got 150. But fans was outraged because Earl wanted to make it 70-30. This nigga didn't even get 10% versus Canelo, 2 cents. He didn't even get 10%. He got 7.5%. I don't hear the motherfuckers hollering about the pay gap or the pay structure. Ryan Garcia made more money his entire career on one fight on the PBC with Tank. One fight. The PBC gives other people their biggest paydays. Manny Pacquiao, his second biggest payday, besides Floyd, was when he fought Keith Thurman with $588,000, but he did 1.3 twice on Top Rank, and he still got more money on the PBC. But people want to put the PBC down because they paying fighters what they're worth instead of what Massa said they deserve.
They want to put PBC down because you got to go over there and you got to pay. You get paid what you weigh. Like I don't really understand like the gripe with people have with PBC, and I really don't understand Terrence Crawford's issue with.
I understand it.
Yes or no?
Terrence
Like,
Crawford
but
done
y'all
sold
have
his
a
soul to
choice.
a
Like,
nigga.
this is what y'all decide. Did PBC reject y'all? Did they say no? They not gonna sign you? Like, what's the issue?
And you know, Bud talking about PBC devalued him. I'm like, bro, it was Bob Arum that went on the whole tour talking about he could buy a house in Beverly Hills with the
But how
money he
could
lost off
PBC
you
devalue him? Up?
when they
How
gave you
could
your
PBC?
biggest payday.
I don't understand
How
what he's
did
talking about.
exactly? They gave him his biggest payday, but that's devaluing you. If anything, devalue was what Turkey did because after you made your record-breaking payday with PBC, you signed to fight Masvidal for $5 million. Then you got 10 million versus Canelo while he got 150. I didn't hear you talk about 50-50 in a coin toss versus Canelo, Mr.
Oh,
Two-time
did you hear him say
undisputed.
that walking out first stuff don't matter? So he was just doing that shit to get under Earl's skin.
He was just trying to be difficult. He was trying to be difficult. That's why they
But
say
let me,
Bud's a fucking diva.
but how are you blackballed when you got 13 belts and 6 fights? How are you blackballed?
Exactly.
And you about to
I
go fight
think
for undisputed again? How are you blackballed?
I think Bud's biggest problem is that he don't get the paydays that he think he deserves.
How did you see that interview with Andre Ward and I think it was Devin Haney? And Andre Ward was like, I don't care if the promoters make their money back. I want to make sure I get my money. That's not on me. That's on them.
Exactly.
So if they
That's
lose
just
money,
like
they just lose money. And I'm thinking in my head, like, that's not how you do business. And then
that's
y'all
just like
complain and cry, but look how y'all treat the people y'all do business with.
key. I mean, two cents. That's just like if I get a key from the plug, right? And then the plug tell me these things are 30,000 a piece, right? But I go and sell shit for 500 a zip, and I only make 18,000 off of that shit, right? Is it the plug's fault because I made less money? Is he supposed to accommodate me because I sold my shit because I was valued less than what I thought? Hell no,
I guess so.
He gonna kidnap my motherfucking family until I pay him his break. The fuck?
And then
That
it's
shit
like
don't work.
you re-sign back with Top Rank. I don't get it. These are all choices you made. And then I think that he just bullshit. Like, he just saying that because of the war going on, I believe. And for some reason, it's like all of them over there on that side got an issue with PBC. And I'm like, I don't understand. Y'all was with Bob. You decided to stay with Bob, Terrence Crawford. You made the decision not to promote yourself and do interviews and be difficult and want to be overpaid. Like, those were all the things you wanted to do. And you talking about it took you 9 hours to negotiate the Canelo fight with Turkey's team. And then you backdoored and said it wasn't about the money, it was about legacy. How is it only about legacy and not about the money, but you was negotiating for 9 hours straight? Like, the contradictory statements be crazy to me.
If it was about legacy, then why did he go through all that shit with Earl Spence? If it was about legacy, why was it about the coin toss? Why was it about all of that other shit if it was about legacy?
And why is he negotiating his own deal? Where is his team at?
Turkey said he wasn't allowing the team in there, and Bud went for it. He said, nigga, me and you interlock fingers. Can't nobody talk to me besides you.
No, he said Turkey wasn't even in there. They wouldn't let him talk to Turkey because Turkey was his friend.
I wonder what type of friends was that?
I don't know. That whole shit sounded weird. I don't get it.
How you negotiate for 9 hours and still got 6.225%? And Canelo got 93%.
They didn't want to pay him? Did they not want to pay Bud either?
I guess
And
that's
why
why
are
he
we
said the PBC
negotiating when Turkey
devalued.
give the fighters what they ask for? Why are we negotiating if Turkey get the fighters what they asking for? Like, what are we?
Why are
What?
we negotiating when Turkey give fighters their biggest paydays?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the great Turkey Al-Sheikh give everybody their greatest paydays, remember?
Allegedly. What
It
happened
don't
to what
sound like.
Devin say? What Devin say? They gave, but Turkey gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. He didn't give Bud an offer he couldn't refuse. No,
It
because he
seemed
had
like
to
he
give
refused.
Canelo the offer. He had to give Canelo the offer he couldn't refuse.
Sound like he was refusing for 9 hours.
Hey, what you think about him saying he the ticket now? He the big ticket fight now.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, Mr. Bud. If you the big ticket fight, your next fight, do it without no guarantee and get it all on the back end. Do it all. I bet he won't do that 2 cent.
I mean, it's what other big names is him for him to fight out there for undisputed? If you're going to 160, it ain't no big names at 160. I guess he'll be the biggest name in 160. But if he fight Laura or Jana Beck, I just what them numbers gonna look like? You there up?
It's 2 minutes, 2 cent. Where the hell 2 cent go? Can you hear me, 2 cent? Hello? But see, there. But the only difference is, right? Bud and them, he can't make the sale by himself. He say he a big ticket. So if he's a big ticket, like I said, then do it without no backing. And see, this is what I'm saying. Fighters are always talking about what they deserve and what they're worth, right? But if Shakur Stevenson, Bud Crawford, Devin Haney and them did a fight and they was getting it based on what they brought in, it would be a lot less than what they're asking for. Like they're not generating the revenue. The revenue is not being made. And what people fail to realize is they're operating like the WNBA. You got people, matter of fact, that's exactly how these boxers are acting. Like the W fucking NBA. Like in the WNBA, these people are talking about pay me what we worth and all this shit right here. But in all actuality, you're not bringing in the money. You're asking to be paid what you're worth. But if you look at it on a financial scale, you're sliding. You're losing money. Like people cannot win by doing that. It's not going to help them. And see, then they get an attitude and get mad and talk about shit like Shakur say, like, you're not about the little boy me. But if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And that's why they always talk about the business of boxing. The shit got to make sense. And the shit these people doing don't really make fucking sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. But you have dumbass fans out here who want you to ignore the business aspect of boxing and the fact that it's called prize fighting and the fact that everybody is trying to eat. The promoters are trying to get stuff. The vendors are trying to get stuff. Like everybody is trying to eat. I mean, getting lost in the script. Let me ask you a question. How do you get paid your worth if you headline the fight and it barely does $1 million gate? Your fight barely does $1 million gate. But you want $3 or $4 million for your fight. The network's only giving them $4 million to put your fight on. So say like the network only giving them $4 million for your fight, and you got $1 million gate. That's $5 million. So we gotta get the undercard under $1 million, $1.5 million. So that's 3.5 left. Now we got to get you and your opponent for 3.5 million. Not to mention the people that's working behind the scenes. Like that's why I say it's hard to make these fights, and fighters are asked for too much, and they're not putting in the work, and they're not big enough stars to garner the type of bread that they're asking for. And then you got people like Dana White and Turki Al-Shidi that's saturating the boxing market. They're saturating the boxing market, giving fighters exorbitant purses, and then they're going to take it away because if you read the new doctrine, they're talking about fighters are not going to make more than $700,000 a fight. And then they're talking about getting rid of the promoter, and the fighter gets paid 80 to 20. So if your fight generates $2 million, then you're going to make 400,000. You're only getting 20%. Like they don't even realize that the shit that the boxing is going through. They don't even realize that they're trying to kill the era of boxers getting paid what the fuck they're worth. And they're trying to pay boxers like the fucking UFC and like WWE. Like where boxers are getting paid on a salary and not for their accomplishments, not for their star value. They're going to make it where boxers are going to be put on games and not get paid for their likenesses. They're going to make it where boxers are wearing promotional companies on their shorts and not get paid for the promotion. It's all going to the system. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put it where boxers go back to the days before Al Heyman, where they made their just due, where they made the type of money that they deserved and the type of money that they go out there and put their lives on the line for. That's what the fuck they're trying to do. They're trying to go back to the days where boxers do not get paid for the promotion. They do not get paid for their likeness. They don't get a sale of a part of the vendors. They don't even get part of the fucking gate. They're getting 80 to 20%. If the fight brought in 2 million, you're getting 400,000. They're trying to take it back to where rich ass motherfucking small hats and sand niggas are sitting there enjoying their fucking Chardonnay and watching two people fight for their lives, and their fat asses getting paid more than the motherfuckers that's out there risking their damn lives every day trying to put in for this sport. These motherfuckers ain't threw a fucking punch. They're soft as shit. They're soft in the middle, and they're getting paid off gladiators fighting and getting more than the gladiators get, which is wrong. And that's what they're trying to stop Al Heyman for. And that's what the fuck they're doing.
I thought it was a pay scale. Now it's 80-20. And then you're not going to even know what the event made because they're not going to have to tell you. So they could say it made any kind of number. It'll be no more transparency.
Well, basically, they said the fighters wasn't going to get more than 700,000 anyway, remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the pay scale. But now they talking 80-20. So which one is it? Is it a pay scale or is it 80-20?
Well, they was talking about the 80-20 and getting rid of the middleman.
So what's the pay scale for?
2 cents. They're making it up as they go.
Like, and people acting like they don't see them just saying everything that sound good to you while they figure out exactly what they gonna do.
Give me 1 second, 2 cents. Hold me down for 1 second.
Once that pay scale came out and they seen the pushback, and then I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Let's say it's a league for prospects, I guess. Depending on the contract, in my opinion, and how it's written, it could possibly be something decent for, the people coming in. But if I sign this contract, like UFC, from my understanding, I don't know a lot about UFC. I don't watch it. But once you sign a contract, you can't do nothing else, like forever. Like they own you forever. Your image, your likeness, your name, everything. They own it forever. It's not like once your contract up, you can just go somewhere else. So my question would be, how are these contracts structured? And we may never know, especially if they have to sign NDAs and stuff like that. But I think it'll be kind of like a showbox type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You get the prospects, the up and coming fighters. You got the pay scale or the 80-20, whatever y'all gonna be doing. If you're not taking advantage of the fighters and you being legit with the contract, then I wouldn't have an issue with it. But the fact that you automatically going for the Muhammad Ali Act, y'all didn't try to amend it at first. Y'all didn't try to change it at first. The first thing y'all tried to do was get rid of it. Y'all remember when they was putting out that propaganda about how the Ali Act, they don't do nothing and it ain't no point and this and that. They was
Yeah,
putting out that propaganda at first, and then they stopped pushing that when they seen the pushback. And then Dana
yeah,
White got real quiet about it. They didn't want to talk about it. And then he threw a hissy fit when Sean Zattel asked him about it at the Canelo Crawford fight.
exactly. And getting lost in the script, you said Crawford made sure the contract was right with EJ and ripped off by Canelo. That's the wrong dude. Getting lost in the script. He wasn't ripped off by Canelo. He was paid his worth. He got paid his worth. How can you be ripped off if you're getting paid what you worth? Right, 2 Cent?
I guess Bud logic that you getting ripped off. If you don't give me what I want, I'm getting ripped off. I just don't understand it, but we're gonna see how it all play out. Cause Callium Wash gonna be the face of TKO? Callium Wash, whatever his name is.
Callum Wash. But that's what I
Yeah.
said. I said they got the old guys ushering in this new era of boxing debauchery. Like Canelo and Crawford ain't really got shit to lose because they about to retire. But it's like the new people that's coming in, they about to be ushered into this dumb shit. And like I said before, like how do you expect? Like Andre Ward said, he don't care if the promoters make their money back, but then if they don't make their money, then they're losing money. So then they're not going to try to put you on because why would they put you on if they stand to lose money? Nobody, no businessman wants to lose fucking money. Period.
Ain't that
It's
what Tank
period.
told Shakur? He just lose people money. Ain't that what Tank just told Shakur in them
But
tweets?
that's what I was about to say. Like if you think about it,
We can't hear you up. Up or we can't hear you if you're there.
dollar gate. Like where are they recouping the rest of this money for your fights? Not making the type of money that it needs to get the type of payday that you're asking for. Like, could you imagine Shakur on any other label?
No.
Or with Devin Haney? Like Eddie Hearns. Why you think Eddie Hearns didn't want to pay for the Sandor Martin fight? He paid for the Regis Prograis fight, and that shit did 27,000 pay-per-view buys. That was a loss. Hold on 1 second.
But my question is, why do these promoters continue to work with them and then complain about losing money? That's what I don't be understanding. Like why Eddie Hearn continue to work with Devin Haney if he just gonna lose money, if he's losing you money. I don't understand that aspect of it. But it is what it is. Boxing is in a transitional period right now. Actually, all sports are actually in a transitional period right now. And the Saudis is trying to take over American sports for some reason. I don't know why.
You know what it is?
But
American sports has always been good at cleaning money, gambling, all that shit. If you notice, all these new gambling sites like Bet365 and all that, you know where they're located at?
overseas.
Exactly. All these new betting sites that's coming up are located overseas. So I think that Saudi is trying to get their own version of Vegas. And you can see that's why they got the soccer team. That's why they're trying to get football over there. They're trying to get their
But
own
who's
gambling.
going?
You
But
know,
upper
gambling
nobody's
is,
going over there to do that. And I didn't even think it was like, ain't it like against their religion to be gambling?
hey, people circumvent religion when it comes to money, 2 Cent. it comes to money, people act like they don't understand. Like they don't give a damn 2 cents. Look what some people would do for money and fame to be in the music industry.
Yeah.
Niggas wearing skirts. Hell, you see LeBron James even wore a skirt. Remember that?
Yeah.
You got Floyd Mayweather in a skirt and Mary J. Blige boots. And he supposed to be the richest nigga out there in sports. They got Floyd publicly endorsing Israel. Motherfuckers kidnapping them over there, every damn thing. But that shit crazy. Actually, Dub City, ain't nobody trying to infiltrate America. This right here, don't no other country. That's why most people, they come over here, make their money and take their ass back home, because America is Babylon. Like, this place is filthy. But you could be rich as hell off the filthiness of this country. Like, when you peer into the darkness will start peering into you afterwards. Some people want to make a certain amount of money and get out. But sometimes that money get good to you, and it's hard to get out. Boy, that shit hard to get. Well, I know it.
Or even if you get out, you done so much stuff. Like, it's like, you know how people be like, how you rich and depressed? How they rich and this and that? Well, shit, you don't know what they had to do to be rich.
Exactly.
You don't know what they had to do.
That's why they always overdose, and they had to give up their manhood, all types of shit. You feel me? She said Diddy got 4 years, 50 months.
That's all he got? Wow. That's crazy.
Diddy did good then, Miss Joette. He
only got 4 years after all of that. But you know, in the beginning, they gave him a plea deal of 5 years. But the reason why he didn't take it is because he would have lost all his businesses. So he had to go through the trial.
See, Diddy did that. See, Diddy, they were just teaching Diddy a lesson. They didn't really want to do Diddy. They didn't want to Diddy the diddler. They just had to put Diddy in his place to let him know, like, nigga, you still a nigga just because you got money.
Well, they definitely ruined his reputation for sure.
Yes. And Raymond Seafood, Turkey and all them people, they not even Ishmael. They not even Ishmael. Ishmael was a dark skin tone too. Turkey and them, they've been mixed with Esau. You say what, Key? 2 cents?
No, I had just read something in the chat. Somebody said minus time served. So what, he been in there 2 years?
Yep. So he ain't got but like a year and a half left.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, see, Diddy got time served and suspended sentence, Miss Joette. If he scheduled a speaking engagement for Miami next week, then he cool.
So he don't even got to go to jail? Oh, hell no, man. This is crazy.
Hasn't he been in jail?
I mean, he don't got to stay in there. He don't got to serve his sentence.
Damn, 2 cents.
This nigga need to do some time now. Come on, Diddy is a menace. He is a menace.
What about Young Thug, 2 cents?
Oh, Young Thug a menace too. His ass should have been in jail too. But they botched that case on their own. That was their fault.
This is what I don't get, right? All them people knew what the fuck Diddy was, but they stayed there for some reason. It ain't like
I got a phone call. Hold on.
All right. Motherfuckers acting like Diddy put a gun to the people's head and told them to go get his desserts. He didn't do that. He put the money on one side and he got naked on the other. And they took the money and the nakedness. I'm sorry. Miss Joette, you said they was afraid of him. Well, Miss Joette, motherfuckers afraid of me, but they know how to tell me no. Like, shit. He got federal time, right, Slogan? if he got federal time, he can get out 18 months with good behavior. He'll get the halfway house and 18 months good time. They got this program in the feds. I couldn't do it because I had institutional violence. But yeah, the Ciroc people, Ramon Sifu, he got mad at the Deluge family with the Ciroc. You know, he got mad at them, tried to sue them, and they had to show him. That's that old Rockefeller money. But they got this 18-month thing in the feds. If you stay out of trouble, you get out 18 months early. So if Diddy got to serve 38 months, he only got to serve 20 more months because they'll let you out for 6 months halfway house. Plus, they got the 18-month drug course. So he can get out with that. Plus his 4 months of good time. Because if he got 5 years, it's 2 months a year. I mean, it's 2 weeks. It's 54 days a year. So if he got 4.5 years, that'll be 54. That'll be 230 months. So he'll get 7 months off his time as well. So he only have to serve like 13 months. Did he be home 2028? Oh, there go Miss Joette. Trump ain't the only person that deserved to be in jail. Kamala too. Most of these people that's in the government need to be in jail, honestly. If we being honest about the situation. They're nothing but crooked criminals that don't give a damn about their constituents. They don't. But speaking of constituents and Friday, can I get 2 people to support the grind in the Cash App? Can I get 2 people in the Cash App to support the grind for today on this Friday? Let me get 2 people. Yeah, Trump pardon people, yeah. But it's just a big game. It's a big game. Like, these people know Diddy fucked up. They had to punish him, but they not done with him. You feel me? Now, this was a warning to Diddy. Next go round, he's up out of here. Like they had to warn Bill Cosby. They just got tired of Robert Kelly, though. They got tired of R. Kelly. Like, look, nigga, that's enough. That is enough. So, you know, they did that shit right there. That shit was crazy. But that's the shit, like, that's the society, though. Like, this is the type of shit that goes on in America. And then we got people coming in here taking over our sports. Next thing you know, y'all ain't even noticing, right? Have y'all noticed that they keep playing each Sunday? They playing an NFL game over there in Europe. Y'all notice that? Like they just played in London, Scotland. They're basically trying to branch the NFL over there to Europe. Like they feel like it's an untapped sports market over there. That's what they're trying to do. And it's crazy because the people that's going to pay for it is us. Like they're taking away our passion. Like they feel like they can make sports bigger across seasons. They make it worldwide like FIFA. So they're trying to make basketball like FIFA. They're trying to make American football like FIFA. They doing all this shit right here, trying to spread it. But what they don't realize, this is what they did with the electronics. And Japan and all those other countries succeeded in passing us on a technological level. So what's to stop them from getting over there? But they're Dub City. Most of these betting sites like Bet365 and all them are over there overseas. Like half of the betting sites that are out right now are overseas. Like I told you, they found out that America had the best way of washing money. It's no way you could, if you're doing gambling, that is the best way to wash money. because you could take dirty money, gamble it, and come back clean. You could turn that dirty money into some motherfucking crystal clean, real good money. And that's what people fail to mention. And that's what they're missing. They don't realize the Saudi prince has been looking at the wealth. Honestly, check this out. Do you know how much money is in gambling every year? It's damn near $1 trillion industry, gambling. So that little 55 billion that they spent, they make that money back and some if they can get the bets and the sports over there. And you know, it's a lot of rich people over there. They get them to betting and shit too. Like shit. They got a way of turning the economic hub over on his head. Like that group can rival BlackRock a little bit, honestly. But then they got people over here, especially in our sports media and sports industry. The man bought the Ring magazine. So he got one foot in the door. Next, he done bought up EA Sports, and he know people love their video games. Just think about the propaganda and shit that they can put in the games and everything. And the advertisement, you know what I'm saying? Now, Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar, please don't get rid of GTA. Please do not. Please do not get rid of GTA. Exactly, Bruce Jazz. Rome really ain't failed yet, Ramon Seafood. We still go by the Roman Catholic doctrine. Roman Catholics is still running shit. But this is the shit that we got to go through as boxing aficionados. You're right, Bruce Gas. The gambling companies is keeping the streaming going. That's their pay. That's their paper. That's their money. Why would they get rid of their source of income? That'd be a travesty. That'd be a huge travesty. Yep. But see, you got people that don't understand, but then when it all happens, when the boxer finally gets fucked over, you're going to have these people like, how did this shit happen? Not realizing that they was the sole cause of this shit by pushing this narrative, pushing this propaganda, and pushing all this dumb shit. They don't realize that they are the ones to blame. And it's going to be on them. It will be on them when shit don't go right. Yep. And then who they going to have to blame? They're going to blame the PBC. Well, the PBC should have told us what was going on. The PBC been trying to tell y'all what's going on. Y'all don't want to listen. We've had people telling you what's going on for the longest, but people are not listening. You got these goofy ass motherfuckers going around pushing the narrative, and people rather hate than to understand. I hate to say it, but people would rather hate than to understand. It's easier for them to hate what they don't understand than to understand what they don't know. And that was a bar. It's easy to hate what they understand than to try to understand what they don't know. That's an Apex the God, an original right there. Y'all can use that too. Y'all can use that too. Yes, and Rome was still having the gladiator games because you gotta keep the po folks happy, and nothing makes a po person feel like they're alive than watching the next man die. Yeah, their words are very crooked, Ramon. Can't trust shit they say. Them little pointy hats. And really, at some point, it ain't even about race. It's about rich and poor. Because there's white people that's in the same situation. Chinese people in the same situation. Sometimes it's about money and no money. It's about who's favored and who's not. That much I can tell you for sure. But it is Shabbat. I'm going to ask one last time, can I get 2 people to support the grind in the Cash App? Can I get 2 people to support the grind on this Friday, on this Shabbat? Can we get 2 people? And Miss Joette just sitting there laughing. Dr. Key got busy at work today. She got real busy. It's exactly, Dub City. Like, we really shouldn't even care about the money because it really ain't benefiting us. And the only reason I benefit money is only reason I bring up the money is because other people try to use it and they lie about it. They lie about what was made and what was procured and what was generated and what was the expenses. And so I feel it's my duty to correct when somebody else is wrong and tell what the truth is instead of letting the motherfucker just throw that shit out there and letting it stick. That's what I try to do. Because if not, they'll just let shit go and they'll act like shit's real. And it's just crazy. What's going on, twin?
Man, 1,000 people keep calling me. God.
Hey, look, my phone could be dry as hell, and then as soon as I get online, that's what motherfuckers want to call.
All day, every time. Even when I'm on my own live, I'm like, y'all must hear me live and be like, let me call Jay.
That's what they do. That is exactly what they do.
Ugh. My niece over here, my kids running around.
Yeah. Yeah, DZ, I'm tired of increased gas prices too. But yeah, 2 cents. That's all. I was just saying, like, these people generating, and then when this shit all falls down, they're gonna holler at PBC and Al Heyman why they didn't stop Turkey from taking over and Dana from taking over boxing. Y'all should have did more. That's what they're gonna holler about. And PBC trying to show them the light right now. But that's what they're gonna be hollering when it's all said and done.
They crying like I don't know what about this Jake Paul fight. And then, YSM came out. So now the rumor, I think he was on the panel when he said that he might be making 150 mil plus. And it's just like, y'all doing all this crying like you look silly. Like, I don't understand what you want the man to do. Turn down $150 million for a sparring match?
Look, I'm gonna give it to you like this, right? Bud was willing to turn down $40 million for EJ without a coin flip, right? But he tucked his tail and took $10 million for Canelo.
I'm telling you, he got some type of vendetta against PBC. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know if him and Tim Bradley and fucking Andre Ward and all them, then Shakur Stevenson then teamed up to try to quote unquote do. And then, because you know what's crazy? Why was he asking for PBC books? Why was he doing that?
Yeah, like you can't go to no business and ask for their books. He just want to see if motherfuckers is really getting paid what they thought. Because you remember at first he thought Earl Spence was just a worker, and he was talking about, well, you gotta earn your shit. Said I get my shit guaranteed. This nigga was bragging about being a slave. And then when he finally caught that PBC check, he like, man, that's what really mad. That's why Bud is really mad, dude. True said. Bud realized for all these years, remember they were bragging about being bosses and shit. And then he actually got a boss payday. Like he actually got a boss payday with some fucking back end. And now he realized he been getting fucked all this career. That's a humbling feeling right there when you think that you really the boss, but you really a fucking worker. You know that?
I think Bud knew what he's doing and he knew what he wanted. That was his plan. That's what he wanted. He did not want, they all doing the same thing. They want, and I know all boxers do this, right? But they took it to a different level. They want the most money for the least risk.
And ain't that what Tank doing?
I don't think Tank is taking no least risk. He about to fight fucking Jake Paul. That ain't no least risk. That's the most riskiest fight he could take than any of his other contemporaries. Because Jake Paul is a fucking heavyweight.
But it's still least risk though, too, Sam. It's still least risk. It's still the least risk.
I don't know. And then is it the least risk? Hold on. Let me say this. Is it the least risk upper? Because look at all the scrutiny he getting. This was very risky for Gervonta Davis to do, in my opinion. Look how it's fucking with his reputation.
You think he gives a fuck about his reputation if he getting 150 mil?
Come on, up. Just go with me now. God,
I'm just saying like this, Floyd.
No, I'm just making a point, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Floyd fought Logan Paul, who is just as big as Jake.
Well, he making 150 mil plus. I don't know what the fuck we talking and arguing about. I ain't got nothing else to. I ain't got no more arguing to do about it. Let that man do what he do. If he retire, he retire. If he don't, he don't. They still young. They got time to fight. Y'all gonna cry every single time they don't fight.
Just like Shakur trying to be a motherfucking a sparring partner.
You know what I asked people? I said, give me a list of fighters besides Tank Davis that you want Shakur Stevenson to fight. So every time he don't fight them, we can cry about it together.
And they ain't give you nobody, did
they? I do it every live. They still ain't gave me the list yet.
And Tito Mercado should be number 1 on that list. But you got Shakur, he talking about fighting Tio, then going up to fight Conor Bean. Shakur ain't trying to fight nobody with no real skill.
Who is Conor Bean?
Exactly.
And then ain't Conor Bean a drug cheat? Like what? That's what I don't be understanding about them. That's what I don't be understanding. Who is Conor Bean though? Seriously. And I do not want to see Chris Eubanks and Conor Bean rematch. I did not like that fight. I did not like that fight.
I hate that it's a rematch.
I mean, I don't want to see two people fighting each other at disadvantages. Like, I don't understand that.
Exactly. I want to see two people in their prime fighting the way the good Lord made them fight.
No, they want to see fights. They want to see fights with one person at a disadvantage.
They want to see fights like Mike Tyson fighting a damn 22-year-old. Like, if that don't tell you that Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul broke the internet, if that don't tell you what type of fans is out there now, people need to get to it. People really ain't caring about the hardcore boxing right now. They want to see shows. And Jake Paul out here putting on shows. Tank versus Jake Paul is a show. You got Turkey Al-Ashidi, he putting on shows. His show's just not that good.
I mean, it's the problem. It's a market for the exhibition fights. It's a market for it. If you have to sit and tell the fans what they should be wanting and what they should be liking and what type of fans they should be, you off the rip right there, you out of line. Because
how you gonna tell somebody what to like?
Exactly. All this, you not a real boxing fan if you ain't holding Tank accountable and all that. First of all, you can't hold somebody accountable that didn't give you permission to hold them accountable. So I don't even know why people keep repeating that.
You can't hold somebody accountable that don't even know that you fucking alive, really. Who, when he goes to bed, he don't give a fuck about you. But you sit here doing everything to get his motherfucking, when you trying to get his attention, you got motherfuckers begging, talking about, I'm not such and such. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm like, bro, where the fuck is your dignity? Like, niggas don't even have dignity, 2 cents.
And they always talking about some integrity. This is boxing. Ain't no integrity in this sport. What do y'all be talking about? Ain't no integrity in boxing.
I hate when they say that integrity shit. Do they hold the damn Bob Arum and Eddie Hearns to integrity?
Listen, I tell people all the time. When I first started my channel, I was gonna talk about boxing corruption, right? I was gonna do videos about boxing corruption stories. I quickly changed my mind when I
Because
started
they don't give a damn
researching.
about it.
Not because of that, but because nigga, ain't nobody gonna want to watch boxing if I do this. Ain't nobody gonna want to watch boxing if I point out all the corruption. And guess who name always popped up? Top Rank.
Victor Conte.
Top Rank. Top Rank has been involved in the most corruption from my research in the sport of boxing.
Well, of course they have. Even with the herbal tea scandal.
And then it be the top rank fighters that be man, listen. Top Rank nobody mentions the shit Top Rank do. They really don't. But if y'all go back and watch my live, I got a live stream from my earlier days. I can't remember the name of it. But it talks about Top Rank and the corruption in boxing. Y'all should go watch it.
You know Top Rank, because they was with Daniel Kinahan. Remember all that shit came down on their ass.
That's why they lost that ESPN contract. Because they told on them.
But guess what? Ain't nobody gonna say that though. They gonna talk about how PBC lost their Amazon deal though.
Which they didn't.
Not yet, but it's coming. Let them tell it.
Oh, I'm finna say, how they know?
They know everything. You ain't know that yet?
And this be my question, right? How does Amazon know? Like how people say Amazon don't want Tank gotta fight somebody. Amazon don't want Tank fighting a Lamont Road. Like, how does Amazon know?
You know something? Amazon, every fight they put on for Tank, it did numbers. So until Tank put on a fight that doesn't do fucking numbers, Amazon could care less what the fuck that man does. Because he's a commodity. He hasn't brought no shame to them yet. Everything he did has been substantially payday. So how they gonna limit their best they money maker, 2 cents? That's like a motherfucker telling Jordan don't go out there and shoot that ball. You telling Steph Curry don't that's like telling Steph Curry don't take that. Hey, that's
exactly what the owner did. You know, the owner fucked up the Bulls. I mean, he ain't tell him not to shoot the ball, but that nigga fucked up the Bulls because he wanted to be the star of the show.
Just like Jerry Jones do the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know what be up with Texas teams, but I promise you they don't want to win championships. None of them. They don't. I stopped fooling with man. Listen, I stopped fooling with the Rockets because all them dumbass trades and they always want to pick up stars when they way past their prime so they can sell tickets. I stopped fooling with the Texans. They never pick up none of the Houston talent. I don't know what they be doing.
That's what I used to feel about my Florida teams. I was like, motherfucker. Yep. But shout out to my brother Animalistic Savant in the Cash App with the $2 haul. Appreciate you, King. I just need one more person to support the grind for the day. Can we get one more person in the Cash App to support the grind for the day? What you about to say, 2 cents?
I'll make a phone call real quick.
All right. It's cool. It's cool. Appreciate it. But yeah, like we were saying though, when all the shit's said and done, they're gonna blame the PBC. The only people that's a shining light in boxing is the one that's gonna get the blame. Because that's what they're telling you to blame. And y'all see these other people out here, they don't know how to discern the truth from a lie. They accept the lie as the truth. They don't use no kind of discernment. None ever. But it is what it is. PBC gonna have to hold it down. We need the new stars to come through. We need to make sure Top Rank and on Stars is doing good. Support the Top Rank, support the PBC. Hopefully Top Rank and PBC, since it's a whole market of the zone fighters in Turkey shutting down the whole market, we can have one side versus the other. And with the prospects that Top Rank got, plus the stars that PBC got, I think Top Rank and PBC would smoke them. Actually smoke them. Top Rank will smoke these boys, and it won't even be a competition. PBC and Top Rank. See, Turkey, they embarked on something dangerous right now. But it's up to the boxing fan base to go ahead and support. You gotta pay attention. Shout out to my brother Big Block in the But yeah, if they don't do it, what Miss Joette? You think that's a BS pay-per-view? Look at all the pay-per-views. The Zone put Chris Eubank and Conor Benn on pay-per-view. I think Keith Thurman and Fundora is actually a good fight. Keith one-time Thurman. He lost one time. He was on pay-per-view with Barrios, pay-per-view with Pacquiao. He's a former unified champion. He back in his swagger. And then you got Fundora, the so-called king of the division, the created player, 6'6", getting better with each fight. This is a marquee matchup for him right here. This, if Fundora go out there and punish Keith Thurman, this is the beginning of a new star. I'm telling you. Like, they love the way he did Tim Tszyu. They love how he coming through. He's a created player. And, in boxing, they like gimmicks. This nigga's 6'6". He rehydrates 200 pounds. And that undercard. See, one thing about the PBC, you get a good undercard too. But I would pay to watch Thurman and Fundora. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got Foster versus Fulton on there. Like I said, Fulton and Foster could be a main event by themselves. PBC be giving you 4 main events on that bad boy. And we say we want them to give us the good matchups, but how could they foster and give us better matchups if we're not willing to pay for a good matchup? Thurman and Fundora is a good matchup. It's probably the second best fight at the division right now, besides a fight with Baco. And then you got Virgil Ortiz versus Lubin. That's a good matchup. We seeing these. We're watching the stars emerge. Like, this is Virgil Ortiz's biggest name, basically, Erickson Lubin. He's going against a former motherfucking go-getter. You got Virgil Ortiz going against Lubin. You got Fundora going against former unified Keith Thurman. We about to watch the emergence of new stars. Just like when we get Benavidez versus Beterbiev. Benavidez will have been done arrived. Like, get to see the passing of the torch. That's a good thing. Or we might see the reemergence of Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman say he back, baby. And just think what this does for boxing if Keith Thurman stops Fundora. Exactly, Dub City. I love Jesus Ramos at 160. Jesus Ramos, my guy. He ain't got no slick Mexican fighting style, but he coming to fight. He gonna beat something down. So yeah. But shit, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Peace and bless to everybody. Thank you for everybody that came through the support. Salute. Peace and bless to all y'all, man. Everybody enjoy y'all Shabbat. This Apex to God, man. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, bro.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was close, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leaving nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leaving nigga bleeding. Hop out and leave them holding like the Bible. AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK to anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point 6-2, gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those six, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leaving nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em.